rolling, the most important and fundamental move you will learn in your parkour and free running journey. So when first learning the breakfall roll, it's good to find like a soft surface like grass or something. You don't want to learn it on cement because if you're practicing and you mess up, you can hurt different parts of your back or hit your head, and then you're in for a real doozy. But grass is usually a perfect surface for you to learn on. So what you want to first initially focus on is it's not a forward somersault like you do in gymnastics, because with the impact and momentum, if you're going straight over your head, there's always the risk of you hitting your head. So the idea of the roll is that you're going from one shoulder diagonal across your back to your hip, so that you're not rolling directly over your spine, so that you can avoid any potential injury, because you never know what kind of surface you're going to be rolling on. What you're going to do is you're going to find the side you feel comfortable rolling over, and you're going to focus on keeping your head to the side and rolling over that side of your back, so it comes up like that. Some people like to use their hands to support themselves as they go into the roll. That's personally what I do. Some people like to do an arm scoop, and kind of allows them to make sure they tuck that shoulder. And so whatever your method, you just want to make sure you practice it slowly so you can get the feel for it, and make sure you practice it regularly with your training. Cement is a good way to learn where you can improve your roll. So if you take it real slow as you do your roll, the same way, you'll feel any bones or protrusions in your back that will hurt or kind of feel uncomfortable if you know you're not doing it correctly. And everyone's back is different, so you may need to adjust it a little bit to make sure that you're doing the roll, just so you're avoiding those soft spots. When you first start to learn the roll with doing drops, you want to start with something low and work your way up. Stairs are a perfect example. Maybe if you can find stairs over grass or something soft, you may not necessarily want to start with cement. But I'm just going to use these stairs as an example of how you progress. So when you land and hit the ground, you don't want to bend your knees a lot. You don't want to come all the way down and then roll, but you want to be able to hit and your knees just slightly bent, and because of the way you land, you're able to fall into the roll, and your momentum will be dispersed through the momentum of the roll, as you see here. Sometimes accidents happen when you're doing parkour, and having the roll down, having it drilled, your muscle memory will know just how to do it. And there is how you save yourself if you're about to eat it. You can actually use the roll to prevent yourself from getting injuries that you would sustain otherwise unless you knew how to roll correctly. So you have your basic rolls, but then you also have dive rolling, which is where you actually leap over the obstacle. So you're going a lot higher and ending up into the roll where you're using your arms and the way you tuck into it to disperse your momentum. So this can be more difficult because you're not using your legs to help transfer the impact into the roll, but you're actually using your arms and the roll directly as the impact to disperse it. So normally you don't do dive rolls off really high things, but you do it to get yourself over things that might be hard to jump over using your hands if it's, say, barbed wire or various other different obstacles. And then you can start using lower obstacles to help in your technique and to see what you're capable of. So here's a low chain link fence that I'm going to use to aid me in how I'm clearing the obstacle.